Outbreak Island, a game seeing you survive on a remote, swampy island where a mysterious outbreak awakens bloodthirsty monsters at night. You must craft, build, and defend your base in a brutal world of Outbreak Island, an open-world sandbox survival horror game. And that is the tag for the most recent survival game that is released on Steam. This came out on the 28th of October 2025. Now, I have played this around about 2 years ago when they were in a sort of alpha phase and they were pushing out a few codes. It was really good back then, but quite difficult, and it seems like they've changed the gameplay completely from what it was back then to what it is now as they release into early access. Now, this looks awesome. If you are into sort of survival investigation games, this will be one for you. This was what it was first marketed as. You're pretty much a journalist out on an island, and you've got to survive and capture what's going on there. And it did turn into more of a survival sort of horror shooter, which it does still blend those two elements together, but with a lot more of an emphasis on the survival elements than what there originally was. It was meant to be a sort of story-based game when it released. But overall, it looks pretty damn good, and the reviews are awesome too. So if you are a fan of survival games like this, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more Outbreak Island. We're going to have a gameplay video later on this week, and we're going to check it out in full, probably do tips, tricks, guides, and all that good stuff. It really is an enjoyable game. Now, as mentioned, it's released on the 28th of October, so 5 days ago at the time of this video going live, and it is released to mostly positive reviews, with 78% of the 201 reviews being positive. Now, the new trailer is playing in the background, and it looks awesome. I don't think I've got any old footage. I'm going to try and dig up some old footage so you can see what it looks like. But since the game released just a few days ago, they've already put out 3 major patches, which is great news. Now, the early access road is going to be around about 6 to 12 months long, so they're going to continue to add and update the game as they progress through. The first big update has got tons of fixes and bug fixes in there, as well as the other 2 hot fixes that have come out since the game's release, just addressing major issues that come up with crashes, which, to be fair to them, there aren't many in there. As well as that, they've also addressed loads of quality of life issues and other bits and bobs that people have been noting. Now, I absolutely love the look of the game, and I can't wait to get stuck in. We're going to do some full gameplay over the next few days, but overall, it is quite not so much a hardcore survival experience, but it does have those hardcore elements, and it actually looks really, really nice. Performance as well, quite good. It is also available on the Steam Deck if that's something you're interested in. And as I've mentioned, they're pushing out updates. They've done 4 since the game released, 1 with the game's early access release, and then a further 3 hot fixes alongside that. So, absolutely outstanding. It's only a small team, and they're pushing out updates like there's no tomorrow. As well as that, there's also a small roadmap available for what's to come in the future of Outbreak Island. So we'll have a quick look at the roadmap and see what the team have to say. Now, the roadmap is of features that are currently in development at the moment. So this is not stuff they want to add in the future. This is stuff they're working on right now. And as you can see, they've got the core and gameplay, world and story and exploration, and then core and gameplay again, with much more to come. They want to do full controller and handheld support, more languages and improved PC performance, GeForce Now compatibility, as well as tons of other stuff that improves the performance of the game. Now, for world and story, they want multiple new quest packs such as main and side quests, NPCs with trading, story interactions and side quests, an expanded island map with new zones and points of interest, as well as wildlife update including bears, wolves and much more, and then fishing, farming, mining and the beekeeping systems, and then obviously tons of other quality of life fixes that they want to have done. Now, they want to do much more when it comes to the survival, crafting and the quests. Overall, it does seem like the main gameplay loop is there, but the quests are not so much implemented yet. So that's obviously something they're going to be working on over the next few months. Whether we'll see continual updates from these guys, they've done, like I say, 4 updates in the space of 5 days, so we could see another few updates over the next few weeks. We're probably going to do a gameplay video on Thursday, showcasing what the game actually looks like. There's a little bit of gameplay in the background, but that's from an older version, so it doesn't quite match up anymore from what I've seen of the most recent stuff. Now, although they are adding all of this other stuff such as quest lines and expanding the map, there's already a ton of building, crafting and explorable locations available in the game to you, such as the new farm. This is where your journey starts, and this is your father's old home, which has become your refuge and workshop. You're going to turn this basically into a clean, fortified fortress to make sure nothing comes near your base. This is where you'll craft all of your weapons, your armaments, and you can customize this quite heavily as well, which is good. As well as that, a big part of the game, and that was a big part in the game back in the alpha tests that I participated in, and that is the vehicle. This vehicle is something you need. The map is quite big and quite hard to traverse. You will need to use the roads a lot of the time, and your vehicle is the key component that's going to allow you to get across the map. It's the cornerstone of survival and key to exploring the island, hauling resources, building materials, and loot. Deliver logs to the sawmill and bring supplies back to the farm. Upgrade and customize your truck to enhance its power, durability, and looks. But don't forget to refuel or you'll find yourself stranded. Now, the daytime seems like a nice tranquil piece of the game, where we're just surviving on our farm, planting crops, and building. Nighttime in Outbreak Island is when things go horribly wrong. The island goes completely tits up. A mysterious nighttime beam reactivates old machinery, giving you the chance to refuel at deserted stations, smelt scrap, or access previously sealed bunkers. But beware, with the machines coming alive, so do the island's mutated creatures. These things are awakened and ready to tear apart anything in their path. So going out at night is the best way to get the most valuable resources and loot in game, but unfortunately, going out at night is also the most dangerous point of the game. Now, I'm very excited to get stuck in and show you more of this. We're going to do some tips, tricks, guides, all of that good stuff, so if there is anything you'd like to see from me and Outbreak Island, let me know in the comments down below. At the moment, it's currently running on an introductory sale of 35% off, so you can pick it up for £8.31, or if you want to get the supporter edition for £11.37, both of these are 10% discounted. No gameplay enhancements or changes, it just comes with a little trophy that you'll be able to receive at your farmhouse, and it's just the way to support the developers. Buying it alone is £4.29, but it only costs £3 more, coming in at £11.34 if you do want to get it just to support the developers. Now, they are very small devs, they don't have any previous development history for games like this. They've done this before, Watch Your Ride, which is a bicycle game, and then obviously they've got the support pack and Outbreak Island themselves. Now, they have got Hype Train Digital on board for publishing, which is always going to be good. They promote a lot of decent indie survival titles and other random indie games. So, I'd recommend checking it out. We'll be back on Friday with some gameplay for Outbreak Island, going over the basics and how we can survive. If that sounds good, fondle those buttons. For now, though, I've been Wired. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.